see what's happening, the activities for young people and adults alike. It's just incredible. So you know what? Mr. Tyler? Am I pronouncing it Mixie? Mixie Tyler, Manager of Student Services, Harlem School of the Arts.
Thank you and welcome. I'm just going to give a brief welcome to all the members of the Harlem Arts Alliance from the Harlem School of the Arts. I'm Student Services Manager, but I'm also an artist. I lived in New York for 22 years as an actor and an arts educator, and director, and many other things. But I think what I would like to say will be most summed up by my fellow artists around community. Communities flourish when artists live with them and live within them. Once more, you are on this planet to make art. Spreading that simple idea has been our mission. And from another artist, another quote, around community, if we, citizens, do not support artists and the communities that grow them, then we sacrifice our imagination. We sacrifice it on the altar of crude reality, and we end up believing that nothing has more worth than our dreams. And so I say that to say that this Harlem Arts Alliance and these meetings are so important. And so we're doing in the community, and we're happy. Know that this and these times, things like this are so needed and necessary, and what are going to keep us going to the next generation of artists. So thank you for your time. Thank you. Harlem School of Arts is always happy to host meetings, and I hope that this day is a day of rejuvenation and inspiration.
Thank you, Ms. Tyler. And I guess one of the housekeeping things I'll say is that all of the presenters, do me a favor and stay around. You know the drill, right? And we want to take a group picture to make sure that we can capture this moment. And Lord knows that Darryl knows too. That as a senior that I am now, that I need to capture it so I can put it back. That's true. So you guys already know that I'm Chris Archer. But you know what? Darryl, I did for a little bit. But you know what? One of the things that I started at Harlem Community Development Corporation in 2006, and I can remember one of my early interactions was with a gentleman who actually represented an organization I'm going to bring up, and it's Martin Collins. We were there along with Wayne Benjamin. If you remember this picture that we took at the Cloisters. Was it great? Martin Collins, tell them what NOLA is all about. Please, Martin Collins.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So glad to be here joining you on this beautiful day and celebrating the arts in West Harlem, and also to tell you about two people we'll be honoring on June 1st, just up the road at the Hispanic Society Museum and Library and the American Academy of Arts and Letters on Monday, June 1st from 6 to 8:30 p.m. That's two folks we've seen here many times. It's Dr. Joyce Adewumi, the founder of the New York City Multicultural Festival and the New York African Chorus Ensemble, and Michael Palma, the Executive Director of the West Harlem Arts Alliance, and a long time, as they both are, Community Board 9 members. So I hope you'll join us. We have 5 honorees. You can read all about them in this really wonderful 72-page guide that will be the concise resume of what's going on from 220th Street all the way down to 125th Street in Washington Heights in West Harlem. Throughout the entire month of June, you'll see exhibitions, open studios, and events, all disciplines of art. And that's going to take place throughout the entire month of June. So we hope you join us on Monday, June 1st. It's free to the public. We'll have exhibitions, 7 total exhibitions between the 2 museums, Arts and Letters, and the Hispanic Society Museum, for you to view that evening. And we'll have wonderful refreshments, great food. Catering is being done right here by a wonderful lady named Ruth Ramos, who's on 149th and St. Nick, truly catering the event for us on June 1st. And we'll have great music by the National Jazz Museum in Harlem. So please pick up one of these guides. I left 75 out. Curtis, thank you for distributing as many as you could before this meeting this morning. There's plenty more in the back. and spread the word. The QR code, by the way, on the front of the guide is important. Here's why. Many of these events are outdoors, particularly in the 4 West Harlem parks, historic parks there in West Harlem. And so if it rains, if there's weather that causes things to be moved around a little bit, the only way to know if the rain date's engaged or when it will be rescheduled is to hit a QR code where we'll update the calendar that happens throughout the month of June. We have several concerts planned here in West Harlem with our partners, the West Harlem Arts Alliance. We have a wonderful Afro-Latino group, the Kumba Kure, playing on Monday, June 22nd at Montefiore Park. And we'll have a closing concert at Jackie Robinson Park Band Show with a gentleman whose wonderful band will be performing there that evening. So please pick up one of these guides and join us throughout the month of June from 125th to 220th Street. We also have a wonderful exhibition that will open on Friday, June 5th from 6 to 8 p.m. in our gallery on 176th and Broadway. It's entitled America the Beautiful? Question mark. It's a big question mark these days. 46 artists from West Harlem, Washington Heights, and Inwood are participating in this exhibit. 30% of them are new to our organization. So if you would please join us on Friday, June 5th from 6 to 8 p.m. at our gallery on 176th and Broadway to see this exhibition open. Gallery hours will continue through September 1 to 5 p.m. on Saturdays, and by appointment you can always shoot us an email. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Martin Collins. So sometimes people make the mistake and say, these people are, let's say, Harlem Community Development Corporation. No, we're Harlem Community Development Corporation. It's a state agency. That's about. And of course, I can only be mentioning West Harlem Development Corporation. Joanna Fredson, come on up.
Can we have the first slide, please?
Point it this way.
Wait,
This way.
yeah.
The button says forward.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. All right. Thank you, Bosa, and his fabulous team for inviting us to speak today. I think we're reminded, and I think we're going to see this theme again and again of community building, particularly I think in person. I think it's one of the silver linings from COVID of meeting in person, giving each other either a handshake or a hug. The few powerful things in terms of getting together with friends and colleagues, particularly here uptown. It makes me think of, I'm not seeing here, her today, fabulous Donna Walker, and invitation to the party. And reconnecting is just part of what we do uptown and what we do in the arts. And my name is Joanna Castro. I'm the Senior Director of Programs at the West Harlem Development Corporation. I'm here with my colleague, Francis Wasabi, Special Projects Coordinator. And we're going to do a hopefully relatively short presentation about our organization. So one of our main programs is the Community Benefits Grant. The grant is live. I see many familiar faces in several of our grantees. So this is a grant program that we have every year. The deadline is coming up. It's June 5th. Who is eligible? Registered in New York, providing services and/or programs in West Harlem. If your organization is based outside the community, we will be looking for partnerships in the community. So, as I say formally, we don't like parachuters. We like to make sure that the programs are taking place with long-established working relationships. They take time. So an organization that's coming in for the first time might not be a right fit. Key dates for our programs, we coincidentally happen to match the city fiscal year, so it must take place between July 1st of this year and, between July 1st of 2026 and June 30th, 2027. We expect to announce and actually pay that first installment of grants in August. So be on the lookout. Any updates we'll have on the calendar. The QR code takes you to our website. We did an info session, which was recorded. You can go to our website and watch it. It's about 30 minutes. So whether you are new or a returning grantee, it's a good refresher to check it out. Also a gentle reminder for those of you who are current grantees, your final report is due June 30th. We highly encourage that you submit them sooner rather than later. As Martin so eloquently invited all of us to the Uptown Arts Draw, as some of you know, Noma has a special place in my heart. I was previously executive director at Noma. And what is special this year is that we have two West Harlem leaders that are honorees. So just as Curtis and his love language of showing up, and what many of us, dare I say, all of us do show up, I think this would be one of the great opportunities to show up for two amazing West Harlemites, and that's Joyce Adarumi and Michael Palmer. Hope to see many of you throughout the summer, where there's a stroll event, and both already mentioned Harlem Week, which is in August, is one of our favorite festivals here in the Harlem community. Wishing you a wonderful, restful, and hopefully a few rays of sun this Memorial Day weekend. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So, as Joanna said, my name is Francis Azabi. I'm the Special Projects Coordinator at WHTC. I've gone through a dozen of these town halls so far, and it's been just a great experience coming and seeing familiar faces, meeting people, and just to learn about what's going on in the community. So the first time I was here, I actually spoke to Lev. He was telling me that he's a big jazz aficionado. And what's cool is that we have a jazz festival coming up, not just for a month, it's going to be all summer. You can invite your friends, family members coming by, a date maybe, right? You can get picnic blankets, bring some food, and just enjoy jazz in the community. And what's also cool about it is that there are other programs going on in the park, so it's not going to be just music. It's going to be people, throwing frisbees, playing soccer. So this is definitely something that you want to check out. If you scan the QR code right here, you get the full spread. And if you go on the WHAA website, you'll be able to see other community programs going on. So I'll give people some time to scan it just so you can see like the timeline, and maybe you can circle some dates and add that to your list of things to do in the summer. And then, as always, a reminder, we got the in-kind program. So if you're looking for space to do programming, we offer that at Columbia. The portal opens the first week of each month, so it's going to be June 1st to 5th. And the caveat is that you need to be an organization based in West Harlem. Workshops, you've seen harlemdc.org, and then you'll be able to apply, name, organization, partners, program description, I'll be here if you have any questions. And I hope you guys have a good weekend, and you work more. And then last slide, follow us on social if you want to see local opportunities. We're always posting different things going on, internships, local job opportunities, events that I'm sure some of you will be sharing. And yeah, if you want, there's a QR code, so feel free to scan that. Thanks.
Thank you, Fredson and Joanna. Thank you very much. You know what? How many guys have their own business, their own platform, and they really be voted, pushed out there? Okay, there you go. Are we here? Yeah, right. So one person that I know who does that for nonprofits as well as, of course, small businesses is a woman I'm about to call up here. Okay, and you say, Miss Kitty Rose, come on up here. Kitty Rose.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So, Harlem, the cultural capital of the world. Brooklyn born, Bronx lived, Harlem grown. I was born in '74. I came to the Bronx in '97, and I came to Harlem in '98. So for the last 28 years, I have grown and developed in this community. So I am grateful to you all. I wanted just to catch you up to what I'm going through or not going through, but what I'm doing lately, recommended by my mentor, or one of my mentors, Olivia Brown, made the suggestion. So because I like to follow instructions, and normally when I follow instructions, it works out quite well for me, I decided to share with you guys what I was doing. So I started out the year as the newest columnist at the Harlem newspaper. So every month or every week you can see or catch my column. Kitty Rose is writing for that newspaper now. Their paper and their virtual online publication. And I also, since coming back from Ghana, 3 months ago have started mentoring 25 girls in northern Ghana. So those are my girls. And for the last 5 Mondays, consistently, yep, they have been showing up. Because you know how numbers increase? They go from 10, or they start at 25, and they go to 10, 15. For the last 4 Mondays, all 25 girls have been showing up virtually every month. But you guys know, or for those that don't know, my core purpose right now in life is helping parents navigate the space of raising adult children. And one of the relationships that I built here in this community, and particularly this organization, was one of our presenters a couple of months ago from HEAT, Harlem Educational Activities Fund. When Mike Mitchell did his presentation, after the meeting, as recommended, I introduced myself and started a partnership where last month I met with their parents and young seniors getting ready for college with our first parenting workshop. So I wanted to show you guys what that looks like, what that entails, and then hope that you guys will connect with me and have me facilitate some of these important conversations that we're not having in our community. So you can turn down the lights and then play the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. While I'm taking the video, you guys can go to my website and support and donate to my girls. Okay? Hello everyone, and welcome back to the next chapter, where we discuss shades of gray. I'm your host, Minister Cat, aka Miss Kitty Rose. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So for somebody to tell me to fall back when I'm like at the edge of my seat every night thinking about what he's going through, that was hard. Is parenting adult children a cultural problem? So let's think about that. I'm not asking asking that question. So this is the setup, right? I was talking to one of my African brothers. And one of my African brothers, he's 42 years old. And he was saying, you know, I have a difficult time talking to my mom because my mother still wants to talk to me like I'm 20-something years old. She just cannot accept the fact that I'm a 40-year-old something man, right? But it also made me sad about the impact of how children are affected when parents go through a divorce. And one, I wanted to bring in a dad because we hear so much negativity about dads not being involved or there's no good fathers out there. But I'm here to tell you that that is not true. Back to the topic of the week is, when do we let go of our grown children? And yes, am I disappointed in where he's at right now in his life? But I'm not disappointed because at the end of the day, he's still an active, working adult in this world. Would I like him to do this, that, and the third? Of course, but how dare I? How dare I have expectations on someone else and how they live? What I should now be learning to do is learning myself, filling that void now of not having the day-to-day parenting and saying, hey, Catherine, parent, who are you? How do you now fill that void? Because I think a lot of times, all that pent-up energy we have as a parent, well, we gotta be a busybody and we gotta have an opinion about everything our adult children are doing, is because we still have not learned to have our own life. But what happens when our adult children hurt our feelings? Like, what do we now do in this space? Because we're supposed to be so mindful about how we talk to them, how our tone is with them so that they can receive what we're saying. But what happens when they hurt our feelings and we are stuck, not knowing how to move so that we can still be politically correct? When conversations become surface level or quickly turn defensive, resentment builds. This is unique to any culture. It's tied to emotional regulation and expectations that never got calibrated between parent and emerging adults. Here at the next chapter, where we discuss shades of gray, as your host, Minister Cat, I'm here to bring you truth. I'm here to bring you vulnerability. I'm here to bring you love. I'm here to bring you revolution. And I need you guys to follow me on all my social media, on all platforms, on all podcast platforms you can catch us on. I'm your girl, Minister Cat. Mwah! Peace, everyone. I wanted my editor to show his credit at the end, because normally you guys know I work with Cabana and he does my editing. But sometimes things become pricey, so I wanted to let you guys know you can go on Fiverr and pay a little Pakistan Indian $50 and he'll do that for you, just FYI. So thank you guys again. Please follow me online. Follow me online. And yes, contact me. Let's have these conversations together. We had such a great experience last month. I would love to continue these with you guys. Have a great week.
Minister Cat, give it up. Yes. And so, of course, inappropriate things from your children. How do you respond? So I tell my son, no, actually they called me and said, hey, Dad, I understand that your school, Mercy College, is now a university. I said, yes. I said, well, now, does that mean the degree actually means something? He said, Cat, tell me how to respond to that smoke, okay? Okay, I'll take that calmer approach. Okay, so Darryl T, you don't often, well, you hear me a lot saying, I'm originally from what? Right? Thank you. And while I was there at Katona Park, there was a program that came out for a music genre called jazz, right? It had a mobile unit coming right into Katona Park, and setting up and just doing it and serenading the whole community. And then, of course, I remember on certain Wednesdays back in the day, like Grant's Tomb, they used to also set up. And then afterwards, we would all walk, and Gary, you know this one, Purpose, back in the day, okay? So the architect behind that is a woman I'm about to call up, Robin Bell Stevens. Are you ready? And I guess a very large suitcase. Are you leaving us today? Where you going?
Yeah, so when you know me, you know if you ask me a direct question, you will get a direct answer. So the answer is, I'm the executive for Friends of State, and I saw home, so I'm going out to get ready for the closing. So I'm heading out to New Jersey. So good morning. Wow, so good to see you folks. Jazzmobile, we are, as you know, 61 years old, almost 62. Yeah, we're 21, I'll take it. But not only us, I always like to say, especially in this house, to acknowledge Home School of the Arts, as well as the New Heritage Theater Building, because the three of us are the same age. We all got started the same year, so our founders had the same vision to bring quality art and cultural programming to the wonderful village of Harlem. And I'm so glad to still be standing here to say that we're doing that and going strong, due in no small part to the West Harlem Development Corporation. I always like to thank you, Joanna, because you guys have really made a difference, especially with the program we're doing in West Harlem, Grants Tomb, of course, and the Jazzmobile Sessions as the founding contributor to that particular program, which is our newest core program at Jazzmobile, so we're ever grateful. So today what we want to do is, as you all probably have heard, I just walked in on Labour Sunday conference, but this is coming up, June, as you all know, is Black Music Month. And at this meeting, we always like to acknowledge several of our partners that are doing great things in the art and cultural space, especially during the month of June. And we're excited about that. And then, of course, July, we'll be kicking off Jazzmobile Summerfest. And we have an amazing year of centennials. There are at least 6 or 7 that we throw in tournament. Centennials that we're going to be honoring from the art and cultural space. So what I'm going to do is step aside, and we're going to run this, I think it's 1 minute and 45 second video. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Robert, thank you for that, because I didn't know about the end. Yeah. So, needless to say, you all know why we're here, right? Town hall meeting to learn what everyone in the community and out of the community are doing. But also, this is made possible by this one gentleman right here, Boza Rivers. So I got a call from this woman, and listen to it. she also sent me some of the requirements of what it may entail. And I said, you know what, I do like to speak, so why not? And that, of course, is the Legacy series regarding Boza and Company, but also New Heritage Theater and the Harlem Arts Alliance. Amy, come on up here, tell them about it.
Thank you, Curtis, and thank you, Boza. Good morning. It is so great to be here, everyone. I am in awe of every single one of you, and it's so inspiring, especially with what's going on in the world. Thank you. And of course, I'm going to get on the bandwagon and thank Gina at West Harlem Corporation, who has helped all of our programming this year with the Heritage Theater Group and Harlem Arts Alliance. We couldn't do it without you, both with your support and of course the funding too, but your dream. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about in one of my hats is New Heritage Films and New Heritage Theater Group has an exciting event happening a week from today in this space, Power to the People, Real Legacy, a film series. This is part of our legacy theme all year, and this program has a number of extraordinary documentaries about Harlem icons. One of them is sitting right there, those are rivers. Another is Tevin Thomas, who is an extraordinary composer and musician, and Lloyd Williams, and last but certainly not least, David Dickens. Jamal Joseph, who, as many of you probably know, is the executive artistic vice president of both New Heritage Films and also New Heritage Theater Group. And he is going to be moderating a talk back after the program. He is an amazing human being in his own right, a multi-award-winning filmmaker, author, activist, one of the Black Panther 21, as well as a longtime professor at Columbia University's Film School, and it goes on and on. So he'll be moderating that panel right after the film, and then Ade Williams, Mr. Williams' son, making this an even more poignant evening, will be joining him. He is the executive producer and host of the Harlem Connection radio show on WBAI. Some of you have taken part in those. And before that was at the Apollo Theater for over 15 years as the director of community programs. And now he's also helping to keep his father's legacy alive by becoming vice chairman of Harlem. We hope you'll join us. It's free of charge here at our School of the Arts, beginning at 6:30 p.m. next Friday on 29. There's a QR code to register on Eventbrite on the screen, as well as I've left some flyers in the back, and there's also the URL code in case the QR code doesn't work for you. Some of us older folk. Anyway, thank you. I hope you can be there. And I have one more thing to give you a quick taste of, but please, we'd love to see you next week. Switching hands now to Harlem Arts Alliance. Before I run into one thing, a taste of some of the great programming coming up here in June. And this is continuing on in the series of behind the scenes. Some of you took part or knew about the one we had with Olivia Brown last February, which gave a workshop, and then many of those participants helped her at the Fine Art Show. It was a huge success. So we wanted to give you another sneak glimpse of one of the upcoming events, who will be with one of your very favorite people, our very own Curtis Archer. Curtis, will you give us a quick summary of what you will be doing?
I thought it was just when I thought it was out there. So, Amy, thank you for that. And everyone, I'll be actually doing, I guess, a short little overview, how to start a nonprofit organization, that's one, right? And then also available resources out there for the small business community. I may know a little bit about that, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I really welcome you guys to actually come and join me, and we're going to cap it at maybe.
It's up to you, but between 10 and 15?
Gotcha.
15?
I'll go with the high number. We'll go with 15. You know, and I'll talk about also the available resources. You know, like for instance, if you're forming a nonprofit organization, we're talking about Lawyers Alliance in New York. That's one. You know, we'll also talk about grant programs if you're in Community Board 9, West Harlem, right? But if you're from 96th Street going north on the island of Manhattan, Harlem Community Development Corporation, right? Yeah. So that's what we'll talk about, some of those resources that are available. And if you have all
I'm starting right after the holiday.
maybe. And now, of course, you know, she taps you on the shoulder. So I cannot say that. Why can't I say that to you? Because you're that charming. Is that it? Jane, what do you have for us? Tell us. Tell us you.
Hello again, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out today. Okay. Thank you so much again for coming out today. I see a lot of new faces. I see a lot of old faces. I'm so happy for all the new faces that are here today. And I hope you enjoy our program. We have a QR code for Harlem Arts Alliance, where we have a survey that our funders like to know what you think about our meetings and do it at every meeting. So please, Don, can we put our QR code up for them? And if you just get it up right now, we'll put it up later. So please scan the QR code. Please take the survey and complete it and get it back into us. And so one of my other favorite questions is, how many of you, by show of hands, are members of Harlem Arts Alliance? Yes, the hands keep growing. Thank you, thank you. How many are new members of Harlem Arts Alliance and recently paid their membership? Well, all right, a round of applause for our new members. Thank you. And how many of you need to renew your membership? Okay, thanks for being honest. At any rate, we have Red Dixon here. For those of you, raise your hand, stand up so everybody can see you. He's a wonderful young man who migrated from California. He's now here in New York. He's doing some fantastic things with us, our office, who goes up. Britt is also, if you didn't get an opportunity to sign in, he will be available for you to sign in so that we can capture your email and you'll be on our email list and get information about all of the different things that Arts Alliance does, as well as our members. And he will also be able to take your membership. So if you want to create a membership today, he can take your money. And it's a benefit when you become a member, because you would like to present the priorities go to the members, the paid members. So you pay and you give me a call or send me an email, I would say yes, and we'll get to get by. And if you haven't paid, I might say yes, but it would make a determination just how many are already lined up. So I encourage you to please become members. It's a benefit to you. You can get out information about what your organization is doing. We send out e-blasts for you. And we have other great programs that what Amy talked about. So we'll just always be, in the know. And so that's my little spiel today. And thank you again for being here.
Thank you, Temple Jane. Yes, as you all know, I'm a child of the 70s, so my dance of choice back then, of course, was the hustle, the village song. And my one dance partner too, Linda Walton. Correct. So I've been asking Barbara again and again, what are we gonna have like hustle on part of the agenda there? Barbara Jones, come on up here, tell us this, come on.
Good morning, everybody. I'm waiting for the video, but I am with the premier nonprofit organization that is preserving and protecting Lindy Hop culture. And that is this summer, we're offering again the Lindy Hop experience to our young people, because this is something they do not get in school, despite talking about the Harlem Renaissance. Very little is said about Lindy Hop's performance. So we come to the day camps and the after-school programs, and we present for an hour. Let them get a taste of it. Now, these are children in Africa who are doing Harlem's dance. However, here in Harlem, what we do is for 1 hour, we present the film clips in the film. Now, these kids are from DC. And they're doing their cultural dance, which is hand dance out there in DC. They have no problem holding hands. So this gives them a chance to get acclimated and to try that. As you see, it's similar steps to the Lindy Hop. Just slow down, and we do keep your kids on the ground. Sorry, if it was a little foggy, it's not your eyes. But this is at ABI. We did a program there where they learned for now some solo jazz and then some Lindy Hop art. There's a clearer picture coming up of that. That's our information to find out more. We're also excited about a new program we're doing, Senior Voices. We want to hear from our seniors about their parents, maybe their grandparents, or their experiences being in juke joints, lounges, nightclubs, rent parties, and the ballrooms of Harlem. We plan on archiving this material, having it in the area, and also downtown at the Mid-Performing Arts Library. This is valuable information, and of course, a good part of the Harlem cultural archives that we need to hear. So our Support 100 celebration continues with this. We have flyers in the back, and we also teach Tuesday nights for free, the Lindy Hop. So you can see me or get the information at the back table. Thank you very much.
So Barbara, you are hearing from a senior, that is me now, okay? And so yes, it is true that my mom's, the late great Vera Archer, used to leave my father home. He didn't know how to dance. She would go hanging out at the salon. We have pictures too. Yes. So on that note, the last time I was hanging here, I don't know if you remember that this woman, who I'm about to bring up, actually serenaded me to my ear. Yes. Simply the best, baby. Angel, give it up, come on now.
Good sunrise. How's everybody feeling? Well, you know, my job is very easy. It's to bring some fun to the meeting, even though all of it's fun to me. And as a singer-songwriter, I don't do jazz, blues, funk, soul. and we also do shows teaching the truth about the blues and how the blues and ragtime and jazz, how it all came to be. And today I'm going to be doing a song that I feel is great because it closed the gap between yesterday music, R&B, and young people today, where we had Frankie Beverly and Mays. Any Frankie Beverly fans? Yeah, right? And then Beyonce was able to bring it to a young audience. So this is Before I Let Go. But I need you to get up out your seats. You can't sit. You're gonna have to rock with Miss Angel. You're gonna have to rock with Miss Angel. You know, get loose, stretch it out, kick a foot up. You wanna get in the aisle and do a little something, something. It's to get your body moving, get your blood moving. You know, as you get younger, you gotta keep those hips moving, those feet. Get on your toes, shake a little something. Is that all right? All right, Mr. DJ, drop that track. Turn it up, turn it up. Come on, guys. Yeah, come on. Now, I want you to sing along. I want you to be looking at me. This is New York. This is Harlem. That's why we come here. Come on. You make me happy. This you can bear. Stay right beside me. Yeah. And I won't forget. And I will love you. Really love. I wanna make sure I'm right, boy. Yeah. Before I go. Now we've had a good time that we can say. We've heard each other, yeah. Boy, it's a shame, yeah. But I won't be fooled, no. I gotta know. I'm gonna make sure I'm right, boy, yeah. Before I let go. You know I thank God sunrise as they shine on you. You know that nothing I would not do. Before I let you go.
That's how you do it. Yeah. Make sure I tell them what we got to do.
I got this one with me. Pull up the DJ now. And the company. Rockin' with this angel. But real quick, we want to say one thing. So I want to say thank you. And I want to tell TJ and Boza thank you. And the Alliance, thank you for allowing me to come each time to present myself. I do love to perform and do shows and different things, but I like to do things with substance. And one of the things we are doing right now, we wrote a fantastic dance anthem for Juneteenth. And Rosa has heard it, and he has put the stamp on it. He has put the stamp on it, and it's coming out of Quad Studios with one of the best producers out of Quad, who has worked with everybody from Biggie, Tupac, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, and I got the opportunity to work with this man. So it's a really, really great production. It's coming out of mastering in the next week or so, and we're still looking for people to be in this Juneteenth video. Welcome to Juneteenth. And we want to display, first of all, give it up. Give it up for what he did. I have to say that, because I feel in love with it. That's exactly what we're trying to do. We want to show the community. We want to show how great Harlem is. And what makes it so wonderful about this video and this song is that we're paying homage, not just to the culture, but Miss and Dr. Opal Lee, who made it a federal holiday, got Biden to sign it in. And I've been speaking with her granddaughter. So they are excited, and I'm hoping that we're going to have them fully aboard this video. But we want to get some of you guys fully involved in this video. So if you could please, we're looking to shoot in the next week and a half to shoot. So you can talk with Kathleen here. Okay, or you can speak to me after the show, after the meeting, and then when we come back, I think at the end of the meeting, we just want to get everybody hands in the air, because the song says, get your hands up in the air, wing side to side, showing that you care. Place your right hand on top of your heart, say we go hard, we go hard, we go hard, we go hard. One heart, did you get it? One heart. Harlem, we gotta show up, because this video is going out to the world. It's not just gonna be here in New York, it's going out to the world. And we wanna show out. We're gonna show up and show out for Juneteenth. For yourselves, for Dr. Opal Lee, for Rosa, for New Heritage, and for everything that we call Black culture and Black love. All right? Love you guys. Thank you.
So the last time you were here, you were talking about Asia. Did you scare him off?
I did not. I actually invited him in closer.
Wow.
I invited him in.
And do I hear a hostile collab between you and Kenny this one? And Kathleen, as I say, I'm ready for my close-up. Give it up one more time, Angel. So as you know, when I started coming here to Boza, one of the people I was always accompanied by is somebody I considered invaluable. I really still do. Even in my retirement, I still consider her invaluable and a great friend. That can only, as a matter of fact, so much so that can also have a drink and Red Rooster named that. That's right, Rose in Harlem. Come on, Eva, Rose, Warrior, give it up.
Everyone, that's going to be a tough one to follow, Angel, I will say that. But before I get started, I do just want to offer up my congratulations to Rosa Rivers, who last night received the Lifetime Achievement Award at the 2026 Dean Norman Awards from State Harlem Now, which fails to be seen as a It is truly a privilege for me to be here yesterday and today in front of all of you, but of course, a living Harlem cultural icon and legend. So thank you, Rosa, so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here. And yeah, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Rose Oria, Curtis with you. And I'm with Harlem Community Development Corporation. We are a subsidiary office of Empire State Development, where we focus on providing services and resources to the greater Harlem area. Up here on the slides are some of our program areas, but I'm here today to briefly talk to you all about our community grant program, and some of the events that we have coming up for services, and our first-time home buyer and financial literacy program. So, for those of you who may not know, we have a grant program. It's called the Community and Economic Revitalization Support Program. We are officially open for 2026, and the application period will close on October 31st. So, the 2026 grant period is for any project, event, or support that is happening between now and February of 2027. So if you have something that's coming up after February 2027, don't worry, we will be reopening. We operate on an annual basis. So just keep an eye out. I'll be here always with TJ and the Harlem Arts Alliance will have me to share updates. But we do operate on an annual basis. We usually open around February and close always on October 31st. So please on your calendars if you are interested in submitting an application for 2026. October 31st will be the deadline to submit for this grant period. And again, we offer 3 different funding categories. It's project support, event support, and sponsorship support. We do have grant guidelines available online. That's the best way to learn more about the eligibility criteria and some of the requirements. For example, for project and event, you will need to show that it's a 50% match of your overall, no more than 50% match of your overall project and event budget. And then as you can see here on the screen, the max amount for project and event is $30,000. The max amount for a sponsorship is $20,000. So to get more information about our grant guidelines, please visit our website. That's the main website link is at the top, and then at the bottom is the link directly to our service web page where you'll find the application and the grant guidelines. And again, please read through the grant guidelines first, and then if you have any questions, we're more than happy to assist. And another really important eligibility criteria that I wanted to highlight today, in case anyone here is interested, just be sure that you are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, but you're also pre-qualified for the statewide financial system. This is a separate process that doesn't live under Harlem CDC, it lives under the SFS, which is another state agency. So we do recommend that if you are interested at all to meet the other eligibility requirements, to please make sure that you are pre-qualified. If you don't know if you're pre-qualified or have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the SFS directly. They should be able to help you. And their contact is here on the screen for the SFS help desk. And here are the websites if you want to read more about pre-qualification and transition from Grants Gateway, which it lived before, and now it fully lives under the statewide financial system. And here on the screen, we have some upcoming events. Again, we have different program areas. Small business services and first-time homebuyer and financial literacy are some of our other program areas. So the first 2 events here are small business workshops. We'll have a session on June 3rd. Sorry, I don't have this right. 17 speaking techniques to make stronger first impressions, and that's from 10 a.m. to 11:30. This is on Zoom and it's free. So if anyone here is interested, please be sure to sign up. And then we'll have another session in June on the 17th on digital online marketing. And then I'm also happy to announce that Harlem CDC will be hosting a 2026 Real Estate Expo with other community partners. I have some flyers here that are in the back. But if you're interested, please be sure to sign up. It's not until July 11th, but space is limited, and we promise it to be a very resourceful and useful event if you're looking for. So join our list of the QR codes here on the screen. It's easy. Automatic notifications about all of our upcoming programs. And of course, you can always reach out to me. My email is on the screen, and also the program. I'm also including Pedro Hernandez, who's the manager of the first-time homebuyer program. And if you have any questions about the Real Estate Expo, please feel free to reach out directly to him. And another program that we always highlight is the MWBE certification. This lives under our agency, so if you have any questions or are interested in receiving your MWBE New York State certification, please reach out to us. We are definitely the people who assist you with that. That's all for now. Thank you so much.
Eva, thank you for that. Yes. And how many of you guys know MWBE? Thank you. For those who don't, minority and women-owned business enterprise, okay? And ours is doing business with the state of New York. And even you see, I said it out. I'm retired, for God's sake. I'm retired. Okay. You know, I have to say one of the newest members of the course, Harlem Arts Alliance, and that, of course, is New York City Center. Elijah, come on up here. All right. And Elijah, always I would make that pilgrimage around December for an annual residency of
Yeah, we've been residents at City Center for probably a number of years. Yeah, every year they are there every December. Hello, my name is Elijah Levi. I'm a marketing assistant at New York City Center. It's really an honor to be here at the bottom of our alliance on all of myself and people who care deeply about the art and the role they play in our city. For more than 80 years, New York City Center has been a part of the cultural heartbeat of New York. We were founded in 1943 by Mayor LaGuardia. Is this good? By Mayor LaGuardia with a simple but radical mission to make the arts accessible to everyone. At a time when many cultural institutions felt exclusive, City Center was created as the people's theater, the idea that still guides everything we do today. Accessibility for us is not just about ticket prices, although that matters deeply. It is also about making sure our audiences can see themselves reflected on our stage. It is about presenting a wide range of artistic voices, styles, and stories that speak to the richness of New York City itself. One of the many ways that we do that is through the incredible variety of programming we present each season. From dance to musical theater and live music, City Center is filled with artists. This season alone, we're welcoming international celebrated artists like Hugo Marchand from Paris Opera Ballet as part of our Artists at the Center series, while continuing to produce our beloved Encore series, which reimagines, provides iconic American musicals for new audiences. Encores has become one of the most important musical theater programs in the country because it not only celebrates these works, but reintroduces them through perspectives and casting. This June, we are incredibly proud to present The Flood of Fall,